Hi guys, welcome back. I'm Maya with Simply Bloom. It is sunny outside. It's like 34 degrees and it feels glorious. Feels so good. If you see my forehead is a little shiny, I put sunscreen on my face because last time I was outside a couple of weeks ago, my face got sunburned and it hurt so bad. And I know it's March and it's barely above freezing, but the sun is strong and my skin's not used to it. So if I'm shiny, it's just the sunscreen. Today we are going to try to get some stuff done. First things first. Last fall, I planted a bunch of tulips that I had saved over. I had them in containers. I dug them out of the containers. I put them in the garage, and then in the fall, I planted them out. I found some that I missed. And we keep our garage pretty chilly, just like barely above freezing. So I'm hoping they got enough of a chill period. They are growing. Let me show you. Here they are. Now, some of the bulbs look kind of shriveled and not well, but most of them all have growth points. So I'm just gonna pot them up into some containers and see what happens. I have a bunch of terracotta pots. I'll just pick one, throw all the bulbs in. And yes, unfortunately, these were my lemon cypress pots. So if you missed that video, I dug up a bunch of lemon cypress so I could bring them indoors. I live in zone 3, so they would not survive outdoors. Before I planted them up into those terracotta pots you saw, I threw them in the corner of my house and they sat for like over a month and I didn't give them any water. Nothing, they just sat. And when I was potting them up in these terracotta pots, they still looked really healthy, but I was telling my husband, like, man, they just feel a little crispy. And he's like, yeah, they probably won't make it then. I'm like, oh, hush. You have little faith. They'll be fine. He was right. They just kept getting more crispy and more crispy. And he said with those, and really with any evergreen, once they get fried, it's really hard for them to come back. And being pregnant, I'm 37 weeks pregnant. Only 3 more weeks to go in the 9th month. I honestly did not take care of them as well as I should have. I have one remaining that looks really good, really alive, nice and soft. So I'm happy I have at least one, but the other 7 died. But I still wouldn't change anything next year. Like everything in the video I told you I would still do. I would just make sure you don't let them sit for a month without giving them water. So we are going to plant up these tulip bulbs, and then if I remember properly, these are the ones that I got from Home Depot. They were like a burgundy purple orange mix. So we're gonna pot those up and then just do a little bit of garden cleanup. I only have about an hour before my husband needs to go to work, so let's hop to it. Okay, so now the first little bit is loose, but then it freezes, so I probably won't get them, maybe this one, as deep as I would normally plant them, just because they're still frozen, the soil's frozen. So I'm going to plant them as deep as I can to that 6 inches deep in these pots, but as you can see, it's really only going to be like 4 inches. But we will work with what we got. Please ignore, still have a dead tomato in this pot. I did like 0 cleanup last fall. So now, being 9 months pregnant, I wish I would have been more on top of things, but that's okay. So I'm just going to take my bulbs, nestle them down into the pot, and top it with soil. Take some of this soil. Oh, this one's not as frozen. Or maybe it is. The whole thing just fell out. All right, that's good. Let's go track down a watering can. We'll water these in. Now, I will eventually move this to the front deck, but my dog, I don't know if you just saw him, he was just behind me. 7-month-old puppy, already massive dog. He likes to chew on pots for fun. He's ruined a couple already. Now these are terracotta, so I'm not sure how much he'd try to chew on it, but just to keep it safe, I'm going to keep it on the back deck up on a table where he cannot get it and just water it in. And when it gets closer to blooming, I will move it in front. Okay, I'm just gonna leave this back here. We'll check it for water occasionally and hopefully these will bloom. So let's move on to the next project. Okay, this does not look like much, but I have a flower bed on the side of the garage. I'll see if I can flash a view of what it looks like during the summertime in full bloom, glorious bloom. But this is a small flower bed, but being a 9 months pregnant and it's really hard for me to get down to the ground, I am going to try to clean up these 2 beds, and if I can just get these done, I will be very happy. So everything's perennial, just needs to get cut back to the ground. I love sedum because, see if we can see any. Normally they're like the first to start showing new growth, which I don't see any yet. But I'm just going to cut it back. We have sedum, echinacea, yarrow. I have 3 clematises on each side, so a total of 6. I have Russian sage, which this still smells so good, even dried. And I see I have trash that blew there. We'll pick that up. So yeah, we're just gonna cut this back. I have Virginia, which I know in most places it's an evergreen. Here, not so much. So I'll go back and just groom the really crusty leaves back. And that should start pushing some blooms here soon if it stays this warm. So yeah, let's get to work. Okay, I am winded. This pregnancy has been a lot more difficult physically than my other ones. My last one, I was planting tulip bulbs the week I gave birth, and I was fine. This one I'm more winded. So I finished the 2 beds. Doesn't look like much has changed. Everything still looks dead and dormant. But there we go. It's probably the worst cleanup job I've ever done. I am going to wait to rake up because I don't want to bend down anymore. But you can see there's still leaves and stuff that I need to rake up. I didn't even touch this Virginia. There's lots of crappy leaves that could be picked up. This cardboard, I did the no dig, no till method. Almost all the cardboard has dissolved, but every once in a while I see a piece come to the surface. I'm planning on getting a new mulch this spring to just mulch everything, so that will just make it a whole lot better. But that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a great day. It's supposed to be 54 degrees in 2 days, so I'm hoping to come out here and get some more work done. Even if I can do like 30 minutes here, 30 minutes there, I feel better knowing that once the baby is born, it's all taken care of and I don't have to worry about it and stress. So thank you so much. I hope you all have a great day and I'll see you next time. Bye.